So, today we'll be chatting about cane skills. I've had a guide cane since I was about 7 years old. Well, that was when they started to train me into how to use a cane properly. Because there's certain ways you use a cane that you kind of need someone to kind of show you how to use one, obviously when you first get one. So you have different kind of canes for when you get to different heights. So you have to have a taller one as you get older because you get taller. So I've had 5 guide canes. There are different ends. So there's the tapping end, which you just tap against the ground to feel where you're going. And then there's 2 rolling ball ends. One is the smaller, flatter donut ball, and the other is the larger mushroom ball. The mushroom ball is the one that I use, which sweeps side to side so you can tell where you're going. It also changes the feel of how the cane feels when going over different kind of terrain. So it changes if it's on gravel or grass or pavement, and if you have different types of pavement, such as corduroy or blister paving, because it feels different. So corduroy is the striped paving that you have, well, it's like lines, which you have when you're going towards like steps or like a lip or something. And then blister paving is normally at zebra crossings or other crossings with lights. When you are vision pedal blind, you do rely very heavily on your guide cane to be able to see where you're going. So for example, when I'm night blind, so at night or in dark scenarios, I can't see where I'm going at all. So I very heavily rely on my guide cane to hit things so that I can then avoid them, so that I know to avoid them, and also so I know what kind of pavement I'm on, if there's a step or lights, because obviously I can't see them when I'm night blind. Also, it's kind of good to kind of do it when you're younger, because then obviously your muscle memory kind of kicks in with learning it, and obviously you learn how to sweep it properly from like a younger age. But the particular way to sweep a cane, but you hold it kind of level with where your belly button is, which is why you have to have different heights of canes, because you have to be able to rest it at that position without bending over too much, which is why you get the taller canes as you get older. And then there's 3 different colours. The white colour is the most common and is the most acknowledged, but you can get yellow, pink and blue ones as well. I had a blue one for my 4th cane. Also, sometimes when we go abroad on holiday, there are a few people who obviously think it's a bit odd, but that's because I don't think they see very many people with a cane. For example, there's quite a few, when we went to Tres, there's quite a few people who looked at it because they rarely saw someone with a guide cane. But when I'm kind of walking around, when I go on walks and stuff, like near home, I have people who look at it, like younger children, who then ask their parents questions about it, which is good. And also, being at school, people have asked me questions about it, because obviously it's not something that is usually seen. And obviously it is a bit peculiar if someone's swinging a white cane. So because of that, I will put some video of me using my cane in this video. And it does sometimes feel a bit odd using it. So for example, when I started it when I was in year 3, so I was about 7, I really didn't like having the idea of it having a cane. So I actually named them. So when I was 7, I had my first one. I named it Jasmine because I was obsessed with Disney, as you are when you're about 7 years old. And then when I had my second one, I loved Doctor Who, so I called it K9. But also, it was a cane, and I was 9, so I was pretty pleased with myself about that name. Then the third one I called it Angel. And then my blue one I had, which was my 4th, I called it Sky. But then obviously now that I'm older, I don't feel like I need to make it easier for myself for using the cane, to give it a name. I just have it as something I use. But obviously now I'm older, I kind of view it differently. So, yeah. So, you do normally get asked quite a few questions about a guide cane, but that is really normal. So when I was in year 7 I was asked lots of questions, even though I'm sixth form now I still get asked questions because, like I said, not many people who use a guide cane.